So we're gonna start today's recipe off, guys, by adding 1 pound of dry fruit, raisins. So that's 1 pound. And then we're gonna add ½ pound of prunes. I'm also gonna add 3 cups of red label wine. You also want to add 1 cup of Wray Nephew white rum. That's gonna add a nice unique flavor, to the rum cake today. Yeah, man. So like I said, mix it up a little bit, bring it to a boil, then we're gonna close the lid, turn the stove off, and let it steam for 5 minutes. This is gonna allow the fruits to become soft, super soft, and then it's gonna be able to blend, at a nice, consistency, guys. Stay tuned. So for today's recipe, guys, you're gonna need 3½ cups of cake flour. Then we're gonna add some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and a few other spices to that mixture. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so this is my cake flour right here. And like I stated, it's 3½ cups. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of baking powder. Add about a ½ cup of breadcrumbs. Plain breadcrumbs, guys. I'm also gonna add a little pinch of salt. Not too much, just a tad, all right? After you add that, we're gonna sprinkle some nutmeg to give it a nice little flavor. About a teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm also gonna add a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Just like that. We're gonna give this flour mixture a nice little mix, guys. Make sure everything is nicely combined. Alright, so now, guys, I'm gonna set this aside for later. I'm gonna start creaming my butter with some brown sugar, and then we're gonna blend our fruits. Alright, so stay tuned, you don't want to miss that part, guys. Alright, guys, so here I have 4 sticks of salted butter and 1½ cup of brown sugar. Alright, so once the butter comes to room temperature, or you could just toss it in the microwave, melt it down a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. Give it a nice little mix until it becomes nice and creamy. If you're doing it by hand, guys, it's going to take a few minutes. It's going to take a little bit longer versus using a mixer, electric mixer, All right, so I think we are good for now. We're gonna set this aside, and like I said, guys, we're gonna start blending our raisin and prune, that we kind of, steam up earlier. All right.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright.
As you can see right here, guys, the mixture is a little bit thick, in order to blend, the right way. So in that case, you can always add a little water to loosen it up, maybe a ½ cup, and then start blending again for a few seconds, and you should be good. Let's go. Alright, guys, so now we're going to combine all our wet ingredients, right? So here I have the butter and sugar. We're going to add about 6 to 8 eggs. This is 6 eggs, just to be exact, 6. And depending on the amount of people you're trying to feed, the amount of serving size, you might, you will need to add more eggs, more flour, more ingredients. All right, so we're going to mix this up, and I'm definitely going to use my electric mixer, guys, because that way it's going to be nice and smooth. All right, mix it up. Then we're going to combine our blended fruits. All right, I think this is not big enough, so I'm gonna grab a different bowl, guys. Just stay tuned. Bear with me for a second. I'm definitely gonna need a bigger bowl. 1 second. All right, guys, we are back in business, back on track. All right, now it's looking like I'm making a cake. All right. You know, guys, with cooking or baking or anything that you're doing, there are always going to be some type of roadblocks in the way or stumbling blocks. You know, you just got to face it, you know, and overcome it. All right. And that's what just happened just now. You know, we had a little hiccup, you know, and we had to make it work. You know, the mixing bowl wasn't, you know, large enough, so we had to switch it out and get a big one. That's simple. All right, guys. So now we're gonna add some more wet ingredient. We're gonna add some liquid ginger, some ginger extract, you know, to be exact. All right, about a tablespoon of extract. We're gonna add a tablespoon of rose water. Yeah, man, the real Jamaican way, about a tablespoon and a half. We're gonna add some vanilla, tablespoon as well. And depending on how dark you want your cake to be, guys, that's gonna base on the amount of browning you add to it. So if you don't want it to be too dark, just add like a tablespoon or two. But if you want it to be the real Jamaican way, the real black cake, just give it about 8 tablespoons, or just pour the entire bottle, guys. And you can always adjust that as you go, because we're gonna taste, once we give it a nice little mix, we're gonna give it a taste, and let's see. All right, so give it a taste. All right, dip your finger in the batter, taste it, and if it's too bitter, add some more brown sugar. All right, it's perfect. Oh my God, perfect, guys. And this is a super easy recipe to make. All right, so now that we added, you know, the wet ingredient, we're gonna add some orange zest. All you would need right now is a grater, you know, the orange, and start grating, you know? Grate the orange peel. That's gonna add a nice zesty, you know, citrusy flavor to the cake as well. We're also gonna add some lime zest as well. We're gonna try to grate the whole thing inside the butter. Then we're gonna split it open, guys, and try to get whatever juice we can from the lime, you know? And like I said, guys, the main point of doing this is just to add some nice zesty flavor, some citrus flavor to the rum cake, you know, because as you know, guys, rum cake, you know, we also call it black cake in Jamaica because of the color, obviously. We call it rum cake because of the alcohol consistency that's inside of it, and also the fruits, you know. So grate some lemon zest same way. I'm telling you guys, this is a must try Jamaican rum cake, black cake, Christmas cake recipe right here. Yeah, man. And while I'm doing this, guys, I already turned my oven on to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, just to heat it up. And then we're gonna bake our cake. Once everything is fully combined and nicely mixed, we're gonna pour our cake into probably a 9-inch pan. If it can hold more, we're gonna add 2 9-inch pans, right? Baking pan, and then put it in the oven for 30 minutes, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're gonna lower the heat, lower the temperature, guys, and put it on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for another 30 minutes, and then we should be good. So continue to watch the video, guys. All right, guys, so you want to squeeze some lime juice. You know, try not to drop the seeds them inside of the butter. Gonna add some lime, you know. Fresh squeeze. Just like that. A little orange juice squeeze night same way. Yeah, man. And now we're gonna grate some fresh ginger, guys. Make sure you wash your ingredients them before using. Wash them properly. This is some ginger. This is about a tablespoon of ginger, grated ginger, fresh grated ginger. Yeah, man. Let me tell you guys, if you're from the Caribbean or you're from Jamaica, where I'm from, trust me, we put ginger in everything. Ginger tea, ginger bread, everything, cake, everything. Food, curry, yeah man, you get the picture. Yeah, so you just wanna grate the whole thing. Like I said, about a tablespoon of grated ginger. Knock that off real quick. And then we're gonna give it a nice little mix again. Just like that. Wow. It's looking good. Alright, so now we're gonna add in our flour mixture, guys. Remember we added the spice to the flour, baking powder and all that. So we're gonna add it in nice and slow. Alright guys, so after combining all the ingredients, this is what the mixture is looking like. The batter, you know, it's the right consistency, the right texture. This is perfect, alright? So now we're gonna get our cake pans ready, guys. Add some baking spray to it, and then we're gonna dump the batter right in. Stay tuned. Alright. So you want to fill it, not all the way up, guys, but about 3/4 of the way up, you know? Pour some in the second one. Should be around the same amount, guys. Everything should be pretty even. I'm trying not to make a mess. And to be honest with you guys, baking is not my favorite thing to do, to be honest. It's not my favorite thing to do in the kitchen. You know, I prefer to cook. I'll cook like all day, every day, but when it comes to cake, But guess what? I know how to bake, you know, but I just don't enjoy doing it like I enjoy cooking. Yeah, man. But with that being said, you know, I wanted to give you guys, my subscriber, something different, you know, a different type of video. Yeah, man. You know, the holidays is right around the corner. So I wanted to do something Christmas-ish, you know? Jamaican style. Yeah, so we're going to put this in the oven, guys. And like I said, turn your stove to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, and we're going to bake these for 30 minutes. Alright? After 30 minutes, guys, you want to turn your oven down to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're going to bake it for 30 more minutes. So this entire recipe should take you around, you know, the baking part of the recipe should take you around 1 hour, and the preparation part with all the ingredients combined should take you another 30 minutes. So 1 hour and 30 minutes roughly, you know, for everything combined. And then, like I said, just stay tuned, guys. I'll show you the finished product in 1 hour. Stay tuned. Yes, guys, so this is how, you know, the cakes are looking right now, you know, after baking them for 1 hour. All right, you know, it's looking a little bit cracked up and all that stuff, but don't worry about that right now. So now you want to drizzle a little bit of red label wine on top just to keep it moist. We're going to do the same thing for the other one. A little bit more on this one, just like that. And then we're going to add some Wray Nephew. This is going to allow it to keep its flavor, you know. And then we're going to close it up or wrap it up with a foil paper and let it sit overnight. Alright, so after overnight, you know, after 24 hours, you know, of soaking the cake with the rum and all that stuff, we're going to slice into it, and I'm going to let you know, I'm going to let you see how it turned out. Alright, so stay tuned, guys, and I'll show you the finished product in 1, 2, 3. Yes, guys, so this is the finished product right here. This is my Jamaican rum cake, Christmas cake, aka black cake. Yeah, man, so once you pull it out of the oven, guys, and you see a little bit of crack on top, just put some white rum or red label wine on top, and you should be good. Yeah, man, so this is it. It's looking beautiful. Yeah, man, nice and soft, moist, not dry. All right, I'm gonna cut right into it, guys, and y'all can see for yourself. Wow. Take a bite, guys. Wow. So soft. Wow. You know, I can taste like all the flavors, guys. You know, the raisin, the rum. And let me tell you, if you're gonna make this recipe, please make sure you use the Wray Nephew rum, because if you don't use the Wray Nephew rum, guys, white rum, it's not gonna come out the right way. It's not gonna have that distinct flavor to it. Yeah, man. So if you enjoy watching this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing recipes. Peace.